welcome to Lynn's Recipes. Today I'm going to make orange yogurt bread. This would be a really good bread to serve for breakfast, or it would be really good in the afternoon for a snack. The amounts of the ingredients that you're going to need to make this recipe will be listed in the information box below, or you can find it on my website. The ingredients are: you'll need all-purpose flour, salt, baking soda and baking powder, butter, sugar. You'll need some yogurt, and this is just plain non-fat yogurt, orange juice, eggs, some orange zest, and then we're going to put a glaze on it, and you'll need some confectioner's sugar and some orange juice. You're going to need to preheat your oven to 350 degrees, and you'll need to spray a loaf pan with cooking spray. I'm going to start by mixing my dry ingredients together. So I'm going to put my flour, my salt, baking soda, and baking powder in a bowl, and just whisk it together to mix them all to mix it all together. Okay, I'm going to set this aside, and we're going to move on to the other ingredients. I've put my butter in this large bowl, and I'm going to add my sugar, and we're just going to cream this together until it's light and fluffy. My butter and sugar are creamed together, and now I'm going to add my eggs one at a time and beat after each addition. Okay, so now I'm going to add my yogurt. The orange juice. And the orange zest. I'm going to continue to beat. Okay, so that's mixed together, and don't worry about it if it looks a little curdled. It's gonna turn out fine. Now we're gonna add our flour mixture, and I'm gonna beat this in. Okay, this is all mixed together. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put this in my loaf pan. And I'm going to put it in my oven, and this will have to cook for 55 to 65 minutes. Now, you're going to want to check it, because if the top starts to brown too much, you'll want to cover it with foil, and that will keep it from getting too brown on the top. Going to smooth this a little bit, make it all even. And now I'm going to put it in my oven. I've just taken my orange yogurt bread out of the oven. After 40 minutes, I did put a piece of foil over it because it was getting a bit brown. So I left it on there, and this is what it looks like. I just took it out of the oven. Like I said, it cooked for 55 minutes, and I've got a tester here, and I'm sticking it in the middle, and it came out clean. So now I'm going to let it sit in the pan on the cooling rack for about 10 minutes before I take it out. My bread's been cooling in the pan for 10 minutes, and now I'm going to take it out, and I'm going to put it on this tray to cool completely before we put the glaze on. So I'm just going to turn it out. And there we go. I'm just going to leave it here until it's cool. My orange yogurt bread has cooled, and I put it on a serving platter. So what I'm going to do now is glaze it. Before I make the glaze, I'm going to take a skewer, and I'm just going to poke holes in it. And this will allow the glaze to penetrate the bread. You don't have to do this. I just think it would add a little something to it if we had the glaze go down into the bread. So we're going to just do as much as you want. Like I said, it's optional, you don't have to do this, but it's what I'm doing. So now I'm going to make my glaze. So I have my powdered sugar here, and I'm going to put it in this bowl. And I have a little whisk, and I have about 3 tablespoons of orange juice here. You're going to use 2 to 3 tablespoons depending on, you know, how you want your glaze. If you want it a little runnier, you use more. If you want it less runny, then you don't use as much. So I'm going to just start with a little bit and then start whisking. And that looks good for me, so what I'm going to do now is just pour this glaze over the top of the bread. Okay, so there it is. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to serve some for you. I'm going to slice this bread. I'm going to do a couple of slices to show you what it looks like on the inside. So I'm going to start with this end, and I'm using a serrated knife. There's that. Do one more piece. This is orange yogurt bread. I hope you enjoy it.